Hi, welcome back to Making Business Personal. Over the past few weeks, we've explored a lot of topics and a lot of strategies and tools that you can practice on a daily basis to help you reach your business goals, to help you overcome obstacles, and hopefully with relative ease and with more confidence. And so if you've been practicing this, I hope you're seeing that needle move. I hope you're climbing up that ladder. Now this week, we're going to look at something that affects everyone on a level. And most people believe that there's nothing really they can do about it. And that's perception. The way others perceive you, the way you perceive yourself. And do those two perceptions align? Do they gel? Today, we're going to focus on how other people perceive you, why it matters, and how you can affect it. So you all heard, right? Perception is 9/10 of who you are. The way that people perceive you, that's who you are. Well, there's a lot of evidence to back that up, and here's why it matters. Oftentimes, someone's perception of you dictates the way they act around you. It dictates how they trust you, and if they're going to share information or if they're going to withhold information. You see, when people are speaking with you, oftentimes they're just looking for evidence to back up and solidify the perception they already hold. They believe that this is who you are. They put you in a box because it's easy when we do that. It's easy to just say, okay, well, that's this person, that's this person, that's this person. And you put them in boxes and it makes it so easy. Just put this person on the shelf, take that person off the shelf. But you see, humans aren't boxes. We're not. There's a lot to us. But it's easy to make a clear decision about somebody and then just compartmentalize it. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what are the perceptions people have of you, and why do they have them? So, when you think about it, do you find that your team, your peers, the people in your sphere of influence, do they come to you when they need support? Do they come to you when they have an obstacle because you can help them overcome that obstacle? Do they use you as a sounding board, where they just want to, air their grievances or maybe just get something off their chest? Or do you find that maybe your team doesn't really talk to you that much? They seem to all be very independent. They don't really come to you when they have a problem. They don't really come to you if they need something. Do you find that oftentimes your best people leave? They either leave your team or they leave the organization. Is that happening again and again? A lot of those things can be attributed to each of those people, their perception of you. Now, the people within your immediate sphere, you can just ask them. You can ask for direct feedback. And if you're afraid because, you're the head honcho, you're the boss, that they're not going to be honest, you can send out an anonymous poll, an anonymous survey, and ask people for their honest opinion. Now, the hard part is going to be reading it. Because it's one thing to give other people feedback. It's another thing to solicit it and to really take it into consideration. But it's the people outside of your sphere of influence. It's their perception of you that can play disproportionate dividends. You see, in this day and age, everything you've ever said counts. Now, whether that's fair or not, that's not up to me to decide. But you've got to assume that everything you say is being recorded, everything you do is being filmed, and everything you've ever said, even if it was a tweet from 15 years ago, that's going to affect people's perceptions of you. We talked about you being a glass of water a few weeks ago, and that's the totality of who you are. But you don't have to bring that entire glass of water with you everywhere you go. You get to, show this much to that person, this much to this person. So to help your perception, it's important that you know the room you're in. It's important that you understand that the jokes that you make, the shorthand you have with your closest friends, can't be made all the time. And that what was acceptable 5 years ago is not always acceptable now. A lot of people call this woke. No, it's called evolution. It's called mutability. It's called being agile. It's called changing. Remember, evolve or die. So that's how you could positively affect people's perceptions of you. But you see, the more your sphere of influence grows, the further out your reputation is going to precede you. And so people who've never met you are going to have pretty strong perceptions of who you are, based on articles written about you, interviews you've done, stories they've heard from other people, those tweets from 15 years ago. And you need to make an active decision. How do you want to be perceived? Because there's nothing worse than having someone perceive you one way, but internally you feel it different. Tomorrow we're going to look at how you do perceive yourself and whether or not that jives with how other people perceive you. If you have questions about this, please reach out to me anytime. Of course, my email is right here as always. Some of the teams and individuals I work with around the world, this is one of their biggest concerns, because misperception can often lead to a lot of conflict. But here's the thing. It's easy to say that, no, this person just has the wrong impression. They've misperceived me. Have they? Or have you said something that you just assume everyone will understand? That's the question you need to look at. And my recommendation is ask for direct feedback. Find out how you're being perceived, because it can make the difference between being a trusted advisor or someone's perceived enemy. And once you're in one of those boxes, it's pretty hard to get out, whether it's good or bad. As always, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, tell people about it. Tune in tomorrow for how you perceive yourself. And thanks for watching Making Business Personal.